What's up, YouTube? Stacy coming back at you again with another video. Here's little Daisy. She hasn't been in the last couple of videos, so she thought she'd be in this one. Cute little booger, sitting up here on the porch in her chair. Hopefully I can get this video done before the storms kick in. It's a really cloudy day here today in Colorado. The little chickens are doing great too. They're down there playing in the fresh cut grass. And the little monsters are out here with me too. Sorry about that. All monsters. But today's video is about what I like to do when I get a lot of apples. This is one of my favorite things to make with them, especially when I get a lot. And that is to make applesauce, a really quick applesauce. So come along with me, we'll dippity do this, and I'll show you how to make quick applesauce. So all the things you're going to need for this part of the process is, of course, your big thing of apples that I got Sunday at the flea market for a really good price. Yes, some of them are brown, some of them are a little wrinkly, but that's okay. That's why you make applesauce out of them. It'll still come out really good. Need a knife, potato peeler or apple peeler, whatever you want to call it, a bowl to catch the peels, a pot to put the apples in, and a bucket to put the cores in, so we can put them into the compost. Now all the peels will go either to the chickens or the bunny or to an animal, but the cores I'd give to the chickens too. But if you have an animal with a weakened immune system and they eat the apple seeds, the toxicity can build up in their system and slowly kill your chicken or your duck or whatever. So if it has a pre-existing problem, it just exacerbates it, makes it worse, whatever. So let's get peeling some apples. I'll peel some of them and then I'll show you the next step. Okay, I got a decent amount in the pot now, and that was just the top layer. There's several more layers underneath, but before I start those, I will show you the next process in cleaning up these apples. It's really simple. All you do is slice the apple around the core, slice it to whatever size you want, because this is applesauce, so it doesn't really matter what size you cut it up into. Toss the core in the bucket to go to the compost. Move on to the next one. Yes, some of them have some peel left on them, but that's okay. If you don't like the peel in your applesauce, then just, peel it a little more. No big deal. It'll all come out the same. Yes, some of these apples are brown, but they're just fine. There's absolutely nothing wrong with them. I'll still eat them. They make for a really good applesauce. It's better than wasting them. Okay, that's all the apples that I got peeled. They're all chopped up, cored, ready to go. Now I am going to do more. I'm going to peel a bunch more of those apples, core them, cut them up, get them all ready. But I won't bore you with that. You kind of get the idea of how to do it. So let me peel some more of those apples, and I'll get back to you with the next step. Okay, I finished peeling and cutting up the apples. We are now inside, obviously. Just in time too. It's starting to rain now. So the only other thing you need for this is, that I'm going to use in this, is some light brown sugar, 1 cinnamon stick, and just a little bit of water, pretty much just to cover the bottom of the pan, because the apples will make their own juice as they're breaking down. So I'm going to turn it to high, pour in the water, and let this go for a little bit. When I start to smell it, I'll come in and I will stir it, and just let it go until it all starts to break down on their own. And then when it's just about all starting to break down on their own, I'll add some brown sugar to taste. Now, if you don't want to add sugar, that's fine. Don't put sugar in your recipe then. I like adding brown sugar to mine. But if you don't want sugar, add sugar. But, always taste your apples first to see how much sugar to put in it. And again, you don't have to add cinnamon to it. You can add just the powdered cinnamon. I don't have any. I only have the stick version right now. You can add more to it if you want. Or if you don't want cinnamon in it at all, then don't put any in. It's your preference. This is just what I'm doing for this recipe. And that is the pups you hear in the background. They're running around playing. Hi, honey. Okay, so I am going to put a big plate over this. Let it start bubbling. When you start to smell apples, I will come in and give it a good stir, like I said before, and let it go some more, and we'll be back in a bit. Okay, it's been about 10-15 minutes of it on high. You can see it's steaming. And we're starting to smell the apples, so it's time to give it a stir. That's it. Just put the lid back on it and let it keep cooking. And keep giving it a stir every once in a while until it becomes pretty much apple mush. Okay, it's been about an hour now. And I've come over and stirred it every once in a while. And you can see that it has diminished by a lot. There's not as much in there as there was. So now we just give it a stir. And you want to kind of give it a rough stir to kind of break up some of the apples. Okay, we'll put the lid back on that, give it just about a little bit longer. Now I did add some more water to it because it wasn't making as much juice as they normally do. So I did add about 2-3 cups more of water. So we're going to let this go for a little bit longer, and then we'll come back, put our cinnamon stick in and our sugar. Now it should be about time to start adding our sugar to it. It's cooked down a lot. Doing good so far. There is one step I almost forgot. To make this a little smoother, I'm going to run some of it through a blender real quick. And then I'll put it back in the pan and I'll show you the next step. Okay, I've got that all blended up now. Now, if you want chunkier applesauce, don't blend it so much. If you want super smooth applesauce, blend it some more. Now, just be careful when you do go to blend it. It is super hot. Don't need to blow the top off the blender. Now, I did add some water to the blender to make it blend a little easier. Now, we're on to the last couple of steps. Now, all we have to do is add in 1 cinnamon stick. I'm just doing 1. You can do more if you want to. And some brown sugar to taste. Just give that a good stir. Now if you don't want sugar in it, then don't put sugar in it. Same with the cinnamon. If you don't like cinnamon in your applesauce, then don't put the stick or the powder in it. Now we'll just let that sit for a couple minutes. The heat is off. We'll just let it sit in the hot pan. And let that cinnamon stick kind of work into the applesauce and the sugar to melt. And then we'll come back. I'll show it to you and we'll taste it. So there it is, everybody. The quick and easy applesauce. It's one of the things I like to do when I get a big box of apples. Sorry about the lighting. It does look a lot better in person. I don't have one of those ring lights yet. So the only thing left to do is to try it. I gave some to my mom. She seemed to like it. It is rather on the warm side, but it's good warm or cold. So here, try some. So what'd you think? I thought it was pretty good. I hope you liked it too. Thanks for watching me make a quick applesauce today. Stay tuned for more videos on what I like to do with the rest of that box of apples. So please subscribe. There's more apple things and mountain trips on the way. Hit that like button. Share this video with anyone you want to. Ring the notification bell so you get notified every time I post. I post twice a week. And thanks for watching Just What I Do today. I'll catch you on the next video.